I also have like a genuine question. Hypothetically, if the US citizens decided to rise up and attempt to overthrow the government, what would be the realistic outcomes of doing that? Because like I keep seeing people say like that's a completely acceptable course of action. Like we are allowed to do that. But I don't see enough people talking about what the reaction is going to be. We've seen other countries do it. 'Twasn't fucking easy for them. And we've already come to the conclusion that our government is willing to kill us all than walk a mile in our fucking shoes. I need somebody, big brain, who's actually like studying this type of shit. I need somebody to give me like a real fucking answer. What would happen if the US citizens tried to overthrow the government? Knowing all the things that we have learned, okay? Like we know they're willing to poison the food, they're willing to poison the water, they're willing to poison the air, they're willing to set states on fire and kill everybody. They don't fucking care. They spend billions of dollars on their military, so that would most definitely be weaponized against us. They're doing everything in their fucking power to keep people from our bordering countries from getting into the States, but that also means we can't get out. So like, how the fuck would a revolution actually work? Someone needs to be real with me. Someone needs to be like honest about the realities of what we actually want to achieve so that we can actually like organize something, come together, plan something, and get fucking prepared for the damages that would come out of it. Some of us have been saying it for years. Some of us are finally coming to terms with it. This shit is not normal. The conditions that we are forced to live in is completely fucking unacceptable. And we have the power to do something about it, and we totally can, but I need to know what are the realistic outcomes if we did. Because I don't think it would be as simple as breaking out the guillotine and getting rid of some old fucks. Like, no, we would be dismantling a system that has been in place for hundreds of years. A system that has influenced the rest of the globe. A system that would not go down without a fight. So I need to know, what would the fight actually look like? I need to know, what would the fight actually look like? I need to know, what would the fight actually look like?
Fight look like? How about you go into the scriptures? I'm going to say Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakodash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel by lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the spirit. As you see that the spirit of Babylonians or these Egyptians or the common day American is getting roused up, is that noticing that something is very off, something is very wrong about the world which they live in. These people have been duped, been played, manipulated, tampered with, to the point of no return, through their money systems, through the tax and legislation systems, through setting up these puppet leaders, these governments, by making you choose between Democrats and Republicans, which you have the right wing and the left wing. And they give it away even within that particular saying, the right wing and the left wing. All right, now when you think of a bird have what, two wings, but it's part of the same body. But people are so crazy to the point that they don't even realize that when you're voting against the opposing side, you're still doing them justice because it's still the same people. Okay, whether Biden and Trump have two different methods on getting through the finish line, they both have a method of getting there to promoting their agenda, which is to do away with you tribes. It was a video I was looking for, and I know that a couple of brothers did response videos to it, that basically is titled Niggas for Trump 2024. And we said, man, specifically, and I know we've made mention of it, myself and other Jakes, man, you know, the brothers in this truth, we've made mention that you Jakes were going to back for Donald Trump back once you see how this guy Biden is going to obliterate everything. But see, Biden was just the face behind the corporation. Okay, Biden has handlers. He have men who tells him what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you think that somebody's going to allow this guy with his mental incompetency to run a whole business into the ground like he's done. No, that's all done by design. Okay, Same thing with Donald Trump. Donald Trump get back in there. Hey, look, it's gonna be draconian laws. People be getting sent to the guillotine left and right, and basically you're gonna get executed on the spot. Because one thing about Esau, he have one common enemy. One common thing is to do away with you Israelites, man. Now this young lady wants to know how the fight is gonna end. Well, we've been telling you how it's gonna go down, and you Americans, you don't have any a chance in hell on fighting this new world order back and being successful. And one main reason is because you allowed them to harness a lot of and brandish a lot of your rights. See, if you would have rose up against the establishment of the Federal Reserve back in 1913, over 100 years ago, then you may have had a chance. But now, it's not looking too good, because the powers to be, the scriptures refer to them as having iron teeth, as we know about the Roman Empire. When you go into the book of James, the 7th chapter, it goes into how this kingdom stamped and broken the other kingdoms due to their iron teeth, which their iron teeth goes into the military. Because now, under the vassal states, which you modernize the vassal states being, Poland, French, Luxembourg, Germanian Minor, Germanian Major, the Spanish, the French, the Dutch, these particular nations, they're modern day vassal states. All right. And basically they've harnessed their power with the beast, which the beast is the NATO and the EU. But then you have this whore, which spearheads everything, which is America, through that military power. Because when you look at the world, the United States was once known as the military powerhouse of the planet Earth, as prophesied in the scriptures, man. All right. So this is the book of Revelation 13:3, and it says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death." And this is talking about the ancient Roman Empire. Okay, remember the ancient Roman Empire was brought down. Okay, and then it was spearheaded by Jakes, known as the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, and it says, "And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast." Mark wondered after the beast, man. And it says, "And they wondered, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast," which the dragon or that serpent. And they worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him?" Okay, it says, "And that was given to him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given to him to continue 42 months, man." Okay, but when you go into it, it says, "Who is like unto the beast," because this beast is multi-dimensional, because it's made up of different political parties. It's made up of different military powers, not just the United States military, but you have NATO, which is basically the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, I believe, which came in about in 1949, but don't quote me. Let me double check here. When was that? I think it's 1949. NATO, 1949. And NATO was formed to combat what they call the former USSR, the Eastern Bloc, the Soviet Union. Okay, so you have the EU, which is the European nations, which we went into those 10 vassal states. All right, but it says who is to make war with him, and the person that's going to make war with this beast is none other than who we call Yahushua, man. Okay, because Yahushua is the only one that can take this man down. Okay, we have no power to fight against this man. Okay, when you look at how diverse this kingdom is and how it's set up on left-hand side, the witchcraft, sorcery, military tactics, we're literally in the grip of, we literally are at the mercy of Esau right now. Straight up, because think about like a big bear trap. Just imagine if you have a grasshopper in your hand. That grasshopper is at your mercy because you can literally just crush it. So just imagine that hand is a bear claw with all of us being, we're literally trapped in this man's spirit. We're literally in a trap right now. You know what I'm saying? And through the tender mercies of Yahweh Shai, Esau, Edom is not going to, you know what I'm saying, get the elect, but the 2/3, we're really in the middle of we're in the belly of the beast, man. Like Lil Wayne, he had a song called "The Belly of the Beast," and it always put me in mind of America. Like we in the, and it says she's getting ready for abortion. You think of aborting something, you think of something dying out. Okay, so this is the book of Daniel 7, and I'm gonna start at verses 21. It says, "And behold, that same horn made war with the saints." And that little horn is talking about America, because it says among those three have fallen, those three being the British, the French, and the Spanish. Okay, because remember that was infighting among Esau as well. But it says, I beheld that same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. How? Putting us in captivity, taking our heritage, and basically subduing us. So for what she's asking, how would this war be? Well, honestly speaking, if you're not of the elect, then you're gonna basically be destroyed. This beast is gonna devour you up, because it's gonna come a time that they're gonna deploy their Gestapo troops, as I like to say, to the streets of America to brandish an order out of chaos. Like now they're talking about mass mandates coming back next month, and then by the end of the year it's possible lockdown situations, and then you have a group of people that's sending out tweets basically stating do not comply. But as the brother Ricard Babar is one of our affiliates out here in the KC area, brother be out there doing the work, basically he did a video going into how the people in America, they're afraid of the consequences. So basically the greater risk is to not fight back, okay? Because let's just say if you have land, you have a job, in order to not lose that small part of what you obtain here in Babylon, you just choose to bend over and let Esau stick it in you. But that's not the spirit to be in, because the scriptures say he that consented to them should be held in derision, man. So you Americans, man, you literally, and the dude broke it down, he said you got one cop or a few cops in Maui out of a group of thousands that's sitting up there that's going to be pretty much, you can't get off the island. So basically you got to sit there and burn. If I had if fire was coming rushing me from behind, man, we finna go through them troops, man. We finna get all one way. Either we gonna get gunned down on the spot, or we gonna get devoured in the fire. We gonna get through it, because ain't no way in hell you gonna have a line for the cops that's holding back 10,000 people from getting devoured by these flames, and they holding you at gunpoint. You literally see the fire coming down, and you holding people at gunpoint, saying, "Oh, you can't come through here, man." If you don't, man, please. But see, you Americans, man, you people have literally. You are literally the people at rest, as it tells you in Ezekiel 38. It's to the point you get shot. The fact that you're paying an income tax and you haven't revolted off that yet. The fact that 40% of men in this country is victimized by Title 4D, and yet you people still refuse to rise up and fight. So at this point, I don't really see you rising up. It's something big that has to happen. Kids are getting kidnapped. Your rights are being taken. Your jobs are being taken. The rents are going up on you. You know what I'm saying? The alphabet people have rights over you. And you people still just in this docile spirit. Well, we still got our homes. And, it may just get better. We just got to see what the next administration going to do. It ain't going to get no better. And if Trump do get in office, like they push that whole finagle on you people. Oh, he was locked up and processed in 20 minutes and bonded out. If y'all don't see right through his madness, that man is not finna go to jail, man. All right, he's not gonna go to jail because he's juiced in. Okay, and they're using him to bring control, chaos, because they know that if we do have an election next year, which, that's in the air for debate. But they just said we do have an election, you better believe that Trump is nominated to win the election by a landslide. Because these Americans, they believe on Make America Great. They talking about Trump is the next good thing that God is going to send to save America. Trump ain't going to save a damn thing. Trump can't even save his damn self, let alone you Americans. All right, so I don't know. It's not going to happen. Even if he does get back in there, which personally, I pray that hell is broken loose, so the elections are suspended, so this guy, this creep Biden, can remain in there and continue to destroy this place like he's been doing. Okay, because when Trump get in there, it's going to be the same outcome, but it's going to be like one of those peace and safety and sudden destructions. Things are going to appear to be better. Inflation may go down by a couple of $1 billion, and, rents may decrease $100 or so. And then, you may have a little bit bang for your buck, but that's giving Babylon false hope. And honestly, I don't want to go through another false scenario of hope and then having to go through this and that. No, the time is now. Okay, the nations are being lined up for war as we speak. Okay, the economic collapse, the CBDC, the Fed now, the MOTB, all these things are already in play. So when this one domino chip falls, it's going to knock everything else down. You see? And it says here, he should speak. Wait, did I read that? Yep, I read that. And it says, until the Ancient of Days came, who was the Most High, and judgment was given to the saints of the Most High. And the time came that the saints possessed the kingdom, which is the time we get ready to enter into. We're literally getting ready to get the kingdom of heaven. And it says, he says, the fourth beast should be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which is this fourth kingdom right now. Okay, America, Babylon the Great. Okay, you got NATO, the EU, which makes up the 7 heads and 10 horns, okay, which are vassal states. And then you have America, which is that great whore that spirit all the nations to do our bidding. And this is why the nations are mad, because America is basically falling off the track and they're derailing their allies. And it says it shall devour the whole earth and should tread it down and break it in pieces, man. Because look at what the Romans did to the Greeks. You see what I'm saying? The Greeks, they couldn't stand up to the Romans' military power due to the diversity of the diverse of nations. So what happened was they basically formed what they called the Greco-Roman Empire. So basically this is a mixture of Greek and Roman, Greco-Roman principles that we're seeing playing out from the days of the week to the months of the year, which is named after Roman gods because they worship Roman Caesars like gods. Okay, like Tsar goes into like a ruler or a king, you know. And then also you have the Senate, you know. Then you have what they call the plebeians and the patricians, which will be equivalent to your Democratic and Republicans, which one cater more to the poor and one cater to the rich, which they never was really for the poor, but it was an illusion, okay? Because Jake go down there and they vote Democrat, all because, you know, and colors is everything. Blue represents passive and soft, red means aggression. And if you look at the right wings, it look like it's more aggressive towards Jake, but really the left hand means it's the poison Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? You put sugar in your grits for 30 years, eventually you're gonna die, you know? Versus somebody just giving you rat poison on the spot. You lose either way. All right? And it says here, and it says the 10 horns out of his kingdom are 10 that shall rise, which is the vassal states, the EU. It says, and the vassal going into those ancient names, like I can't always remember, I wrote them down. And so basically, if you look up the map of the European Union now, like with Poland and Finland and so forth, you got the Tsar, no, not the Tsars, you got the, damn, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I was just going over them earlier. I actually got it written down somewhere. Let me actually go and read it, because I actually want to pull these names out. Give me 1 second. I actually got it written down. And this is one of the things you got to constantly practice, because, you know, sometimes when you don't go over it for a while, you can actually forget what it means. It's not that, you know, we forgot, but you have to refresh your memory on these breakdowns, man. But actually, I got it written down, because we getting back into this old history. So, you know, when you go into the 10 horns, you got the Anglo-Saxons, okay, which Anglo goes into angelic, okay, which the angelic sons of Isaac, as the apostles broke it down, which were actually Jakes, okay, of the Great Britain, you know, or the UK. You know, you got Wales, you got Scotland, you know, consider the Anglo-Saxons. But then you got the Anglo-Saxons, you got the Franks, you got the Sueves, you got the Visigoths, the Vandals, the Heroles, the Ostrogoths, the Lombards, the Alemannis, the Burgundians, which basically were the 28 nations and vassal states, which is the European Union. Now you translate those 10 nations today, they became 28 nations, man. You see what I'm saying? So this man has a diverse military power that made him pretty much unbeatable at this point. But now you're seeing the other nations are gearing up to destroy Esau, man, because this is the judgment of the Heavenly Father. Okay? And it says, out of this kingdom are 10 kings that should arise, and another shall rise after them, and he should be diverse from the first, and he should subdue 3 kings, man. And it says, and he spake great words against the Most High, and should wear out the saints of the Most High, and will wear out. And this is why that Jake chick was saying what she was saying, because even the coming to the average person is feeling defeated by this kingdom, okay? Which you can't really blame them, because you people been played, all right? And it says, and think to change times and laws, and they should be given into his hands into a time and dividing of times, man. You know, you're going into that that time period when Esau came into power. You had the Greeks and the Romans, and then you got this half a time, which is his shorter half of his rulership. In Revelation, you go into what they call that little season. We're in that little season now, which goes into this half a time, a smaller time, or a shorter time, so to speak. You know, and it says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it into the end. And the kingdom and the dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven should be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. And I can't wait. Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions should serve and obey him. So this is going to be the result of this kingdom being brought down, and we're living actual time that America is getting ready to be broken down. Well, it's being broken down now, okay? So anyway, I'm going to end it here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and the Baba. Oh, you people going to fight each other before you fight them. They're going to turn the tables on you to the point you're going to go after each other for resources and, you know what I'm saying, food and water and shelter. Because they're basically going to be like a dog-eat-dog world out here. So, I mean, she's talking about who's going to fight. Yahweh Shai is going to take this beast down. Not you, not me, not us. Though we're going to aid Yahweh Shai in getting our licks back and taking his place down. It's really going to be the power of the Lord, man. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and blah, blah, blah. Shalom.
The guillotine and getting rid of some old fox, like, no, we would be dismantling a system that has been in place for hundreds of years. A system that has influenced the rest of the globe. A system that would not go down without a fight. So I need to know, what would the fight actually look like? I need to know, what would the fight actually look like? I need to know, what would the fight actually look like?